Welcome to Catholic Truth. In this video, we're going to be talking about dogmas, doctrines, and disciplines, the teachings of the Catholic Church. What are the difference between the three, and what do they mean to Catholics? What are examples of dogmas, examples of doctrines, and examples of disciplines? That's what we're going to be talking about in this video right after this. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Catholic Truth. If you haven't been here before, my name is Brian Mercier. I'm the president of Catholic Truth, an apologetics and evangelization organization dedicated to preaching and teaching the Catholic truth, but also helping Catholics to know, love, and live their faith with passion and even be able to defend it. We want to help people to know Christ and be transformed by Him. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to check out any of our information, it's below. You can follow us on our podcast, Instagram, Facebook, and so much more. So what are dogmas, doctrines, and disciplines? In short, a dogma is the highest form of revealed truth in the Catholic Church, meaning there's nothing higher. It's revealed directly by God to the church. And while doctrines are just basically Catholic beliefs and teachings on faith and morals, our basic belief set that we have to subscribe to, there are certain doctrines that are elevated as divinely revealed by God. And so they're the highest form of revealed truth, and they have to be believed at all costs. Some examples of dogmas are the Immaculate Conception, the divinity of Jesus, papal infallibility, and the true presence of the Eucharist, just to name some. Doctrines are, in general, our body of beliefs, what we believe as Catholics. The Bible says in Jude 1:3 that the faith was revealed once and for all to the saints, meaning Jesus gave the final teaching. Yeah, in the Old Testament, it came in parts by certain prophets and teachers, but it came as a whole body. Jesus came. He who is the way, the truth, and the life came to deliver us this truth, and He taught us these truths. These truths are the foundation of our teachings, or related to the foundations of the teachings. They're the basis of them, and where we get all of our teachings in the Catholic Church. So if you look in the Catholic Catechism, most of what you'll see are the beliefs and teachings of the Catholic Church. And that's what doctrines are on issues specifically, though, of faith and morals. They're the teachings that have come down to us from Jesus and the apostles. And some of those doctrines are elevated to dogmas, but doctrines in general have to be believed. They're also unchanging truths from God. So we can't choose not to follow them. We can't choose not to follow dogmas. Dogmas and doctrines have to be believed and subscribed to, adhered to by all Catholics, because it's what we believe and they're truths from God. These truths can't change because they're true. One of the biggest picks we have with Mormons is that their teachings are always changing. You know, God says polygamy and it's an eternal covenant, and no, it's not anymore. We changed it. Blacks are not allowed in the priesthood of the Mormon church. Oh, but now they can be. You know, it's like literally changing one thing to the next. And I often call Mormons out on that. Even their understandings of God have changed. I mean, for us, God doesn't change. He's eternal, unchanging. He's the way, the truth, and the life. And He's the same yesterday, today, and forever. He's unchanging. So His truths are unchanging, which is why dogmas and doctrines can't change. Sure, we can understand them in a different light and come to a deeper understanding of them, but they can't change from one thing to another. And that's why we have to believe them, because they're true. Some examples of doctrines would be the Trinity. It's absolutely 100% true. It can't change. We have to believe it as Christians. Another one would be the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Others would be the fact that abortion and contraception are intrinsic evils. Another one is that women can't be priests, and so on. I mean, there are many doctrines, and these are just some of the many doctrines. And then below doctrine comes discipline. Disciplines are like customs or certain theological laws or practices that can change and should change over time because they're dependent on different times and places and circumstances of what's going on in the church. And so they can change to adapt to those times and seasons. And that's a good thing. That's okay. But while disciplines are in effect, While the church proclaims a certain discipline, you have to follow that discipline as if it's a doctrine. Now, that might change in the future. For example, married priests. Married priests is a discipline. We used to have married priests back in the day. Peter the Apostle, the first pope, used to be married, and we may have married priests again. And in certain Eastern rites of the Catholic Church, we do have married priests even today, but these can change in the future. So we may have married priests in the future, but for now, while the discipline is in effect, we have to follow it as if it's a doctrine. We have to follow the authority of the church on that. Another one is the practice of eating meat on Fridays during Lent, or just giving up things, disciplinary norms during Lent in general. So when the church says that we can't eat meat on Fridays, we have to follow that, and it's a mortal sin if we don't, because it's disobedience to the church, which is disobedience to Christ. And even the Eucharist, we have to fast before the Eucharist. That's a doctrine. You have to fast before the Eucharist. But the time that you have to fast, which is 1 hour right now, is a discipline. It used to be 24 hours or the night before, which you had to fast, but now it's only 1 hour. So the discipline of the time needed to fast has changed, but the doctrine that you need to fast has not changed. Same thing with Lent and different disciplinary norms like that. The disciplines have changed, even though the doctrines are the same. We have to fast, but how we do it, the church can decide that at different times. She has the authority to change that at any time, anywhere. So some people wonder, well, how could you go to hell for eating meat at one point in the Catholic Church, and then at another point in the Catholic Church, it's fine, you're allowed to, and you don't go to hell anymore. But you never went to hell for eating meat. I mean, nobody's going to hell for eating meat. You go to hell for disobedience against the church. See, Jesus said, he who listens to you, the apostles, the church, the first bishops, listens to me, and he who rejects you rejects me and the one who sent me. So Jesus gave his authority to the church, and we need to listen to that authority. And when we do, we are following Christ. And when we don't, we are not. So we have to follow these disciplines, these norms, these doctrines, these dogmas. And when we do, we listen to Christ. There are many, many other disciplines that we can mention, like liturgical norms, or let's say the language of the Mass, or the way the liturgy is celebrated and things like that. These are disciplines that can and have changed over time and may change again in the future. They're not doctrines, they're not dogmas, they're not set in stone. They can change at different periods in time. And I'm sure we could go deeper on all of these, but we just wanted to give you a quick treatment, a quick understanding of the difference between the dogmas, the doctrines, and the disciplines within the Catholic Church, and a brief understanding of the three, because many Catholics and even non-Catholics don't understand what they mean. They don't understand why they have to follow certain things at certain times. And a lot of people from the outside looking into the Catholic Church don't understand its teachings and practices, which is why we make these videos so you can understand what they mean. And of course, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask us in our comments section below, and feel free to put any comments that you have down below. And if you like this video, please don't smash that like button, because we're Catholic. So just give it a kiss, give it a nice like, and please subscribe to our channel. I think there's a lot of subscribers on here that haven't hit that bell notification icon, and they don't get the videos when they come out, even though they want them. So hit that bell notification icon next to the subscribe button so you can get these videos. They're coming out 2 and 3 times a week now, and you can get them right when they come out. Lastly, I want to thank our patrons for supporting our ministry. You make our work possible, and we need many more patrons, and we would love to bring other people on board to help our work so we can reach more people in the world. We are reaching millions of people all over the world in over 60 different countries, and many people are coming back to the Catholic faith. Many people are being set on fire for their Catholic faith, and many people are being catechized all around the world. People say, we don't have teachings, we don't know our faith. Thank you, Catholic Truth. This world needs Catholic Truth, and Catholic Truth needs wonderful people like you so we can do the work that we do. So check all of that out down below. Follow us on our podcast, Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, and our Patreon and PayPal are below. Thank you so much for watching. May God bless you.